Most Etsy sellers don't quit because they failed. They quit because they were just burned out trying to make everything right. I mean, there's so many things you're told to niche down, to post daily, make perfect mock-ups, run your ads, start a TikTok, keep up with the trends over and over and over. And if that's been your experience thus far, what you've been told is kind of broken. Doesn't really work. It just creates a lack of fun. It makes you build it wrong. And I've been there, I understand, but in this video, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to make it fun again and how you can fix this. So I'm Rachel Rofe. I run a chill, profitable print-on-demand business. I sell on sites like Etsy, Faire, Amazon, Walmart, all different types of places. I've helped over 1,000 people make their first sale, and a bunch of them came to me after they were ready to give up. Not because they weren't smart, not because they didn't try, but because they were just stuck inside someone else's blueprint that just didn't fit. So here's what I changed, and here's what I wish other sellers knew earlier. First, burnout doesn't always look like crying at your desk or having some kind of a heart attack. Sometimes it's avoiding your shop because you're embarrassed that you haven't posted, or getting stuck in research loops, obsessing over how to go viral instead of what actually works, having 100 ideas, zero direction, wondering if you should just go back to your 9 to 5. It's just kind of what happens when your business is running on hope and hacks instead of clarity and systems. Now, for me, everything changed when I asked, what would this look like if it was simple again? That's when I started stripping away everything that didn't matter. So no fancy branding, no obsessing over logos, perfect designs, social media content calendars, all this stuff. I focused on the listings that compound, the products that people actually want, the mock-ups that convert, and then just kind of let go of the idea that I had to build a brand to make money, which I know a lot of people tell you. Here's how I run my print-on-demand business now without burnout. First of all, the bulk of my business is evergreen listings that don't rely on trends. So these are things that people will come back to all the time. It could be for birthdays, for Christmas gifts, for just because, but it's things that are going to sell all the time. So for example, a gift for engineer, people might want it now, 2 years ago, 2 years in the future. It's just a thing that happens on a regular basis. Personalization where it makes sense. Personalization has been a big heavy lifter in my print-on-demand sales, especially on Etsy when people want kind of more unique items. Personalization has been something that's pretty low lift, especially if you're using Happy Launcher, that can add a lot of sales. Next, simple scannable designs that speak to real emotions. So what I mean is when someone's on a cell phone, they have a very small kind of box to see what you're selling, and Etsy shows multiple listings at once. And so you want something that when someone's scrolling, and most people are doing their shopping on their mobile phones, you want them to be able to see exactly what it is that it says on your product so that they know if they like it and then they purchase. And when you start to overcomplicate things, that's what starts to make less sales, plus it takes more time per listing. It's just not the vibe. Next, repurposing. So what goes to Etsy can also go to Faire, to Walmart, to Amazon, to these different sites so that you're maximizing what you're already doing. No social media unless you want to, but most of my print-on-demand stuff, I mean all of my print-on-demand stuff, I don't have it on social media. I just have it on the buyer search engines where they're looking for these things. There's no pressure to go viral in my world because I'm building something that lasts. I personally don't do a lot of research on products unless I've already sold them, unless I've already done something that's done well. Then I'll use a tool like Everbee where I can go in and put in the phrases and get design ideas and learn kind of what's selling really well. But it's only after I make my initial sales where it makes sense to put in more effort. So I'll put a link to Everbee because it is a really good tool, especially after you've started making your sales. But doing things this way where I'm kind of going off of heavy lifting, not trying to go in a zillion different directions, it's a lot more peaceful, it's a lot more fun, and it just becomes a lot better for me. I mean, and I would imagine for you too. I mean, we could potentially go and do 87,000 other hacks and maybe they would all make more sales, but if it's not fun and it's just too overwhelming, then nothing's going to get done. So I'd rather have a non-perfectly optimized thing that's making some sales than just wanting to like throw the hands away and do nothing. Do you know what I mean? If you are feeling like you're on the edge of giving up and things are just kind of heavier than they should be, I would say, here's what you should do. First of all, stop overthinking the niches. If you're inside my program, we've got that master list where you have tons of different niche ideas. Create a listing today with a clear emotional message, just super simple. Use a mock-up that would look like something that you would buy from, right? So something that is easy to see, and then stop trying to make the business prove itself every single day, right? Just keep doing the reps. It doesn't need to be flashy. You just need to be functional, repeatable, and eventually what I find is the numbers start to work in your favor. Even if you do fail most of the time, which I say you fail 98% of the time, but as long as you keep doing it, you'll start getting better and better and better. And then the big ones, the ones that really take off, should hopefully kind of make up the numbers for you. If you've been on Etsy, but you've been feeling stuck, tired, unsure what to do next, then I have something that'll change the game for you. And if you're brand new to all of this, also awesome, also something for you. It is called the low hanging system. And this is the exact approach that I use to create a business that actually fits into my life, not one that takes it over. I know we are all super busy. So inside, I show you how you can find products with demand, create listings without overthinking, and then build a system that sells without ads, without burnout, without having to kind of start from scratch. If you have been grinding and you're ready for something that actually gets results, of course, I can't guarantee for anyone, but we've had a lot of great results, and this is the model that is based on actually real world experience, not what's trendy and what actually does get results for a lot of people. Link is in the description for that. I hope to see you inside.